Is it always the people we're going to talk shit on? Maybe not talk shit on, but we're going to go in at my boy. Jackson Mahomes, my boy. Jags, my team.
Because the way
Antonio Brown, my boy.
The way you do it is hilarious. The way you go in on these people, I love your little rants. But let's go ahead. Let's clue us in. What happened? What happened against the Jets?
So first, we'll talk about what happened. Just out of nowhere, you can look on the sidelines. There's a ton of video going on out there that Antonio Brown and Mike Evans are kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, you just see Antonio Brown take off his pads, tosses his pads, immediately takes off his shirt for whatever reason. Apparently, you can't wear your shirt when you're getting pissed off. Tosses that shit out into the stands. Throws the gloves. One glove didn't even make it to the stands. Kind of embarrassing. And then runs off the field. Not in a quality way either. I mean, he ran through
up the crowd.
Yeah, he ran through the end zone. The game's still going on. Game doesn't stop. Runs through the end zone. Throws up a peace sign, a little number 1 on his way out. Watching that, I'm like, what the hell is going on in this guy's head?
Yeah.
What is he doing? And then it started to kind of surface for me a couple of different things. One, I found out that they're talking about this whole thing that they're trying to prevent him from getting this incentive. That's
right.
What the first thing I saw last night was Bruce Arians and the Bucs are trying to prevent him from getting an incentive.
I saw that getting thrown around, but I get from what the story that Bruce Arians has been telling is that they were trying to get him into the game.
And so that's what I saw this morning. I saw that Bruce Arians is throwing out there, I'm trying to get him into the game, and he's saying no because he's got an ankle injury. And it's true. He had an ankle injury while he had this whole fake COVID card going on, which I'll
with the suspension.
I'll dive into that a little bit too. And I thought, okay, he's got an ankle injury, not wanting to play. Bruce Arians flat out says, well, if you're not going to play, you're done. Get out of here. And so that's what he did. He took off and he left.
And he's essentially unemployed now. Right? Yeah.
But I'm not buying that story. I'm not buying the ankle injury and he didn't want to get in and Bruce Arians tell him to get in there. I don't believe that. And I'll tell you why. Without getting too deep into the whole Antonio Brown saga, just his time as with the Bucs. So really what had kicked off this whole season is in the offseason, he hires a personal chef. And this personal chef is in LA, and he had a catering event for Antonio Brown. He likes his stuff. He likes his food. They vibed a little bit, flew him out to Tampa, spent some time living with Antonio Brown before he can get his own spot. And basically the story kind of came out that they're actually decent. He wasn't just his chef. He was kind of a friend too. And then at some point over the summer, I think it was around July when the NFL was like, hey, everyone's going to get vaccinated. Antonio Brown's girlfriend sends some text messages to this chef and is like, can you get us a card? The Johnson & Johnson card. AB wants it. And he just says, I'll see what I can do. Well, I don't think he actually gets him the card. But Antonio Brown tells him that, hey, I got one. Don't worry about it. Be cool. So they're kind of going on their way. And then this chef, Steve Ruiz, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Just before the season starts, tells AB, you owe me 10 grand. And AB's like, the fuck you talking about? I owe you 10 grand. And this actually all takes place of the Thursday night opening game of the season.
So he essentially was like blackmailing him.
Yeah. So he tells Antonio Brown, you owe me 10 grand. Antonio Brown says, hit the road, Jack. Like, we're done.
Really?
Then AB goes off and he has a quality game, like 130 yards against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I remember.
And he sends some text messages that I tried reading and it made no sense to me. The like dude is so illiterate.
He's
I was so
do you remember
confused.
those old jokes of Floyd Mayweather? He can't read or write.
Man, it's along the same lines. And so I gave up trying to read those. But anyway, that's where they split ways.
I remember those.
That's where they split ways. And it later comes out that, you know what, this chef, he wants his money.
Yeah.
And he plans to sue Antonio Brown, but realizes, you know what, it's going to end up costing me more than 10 grand to get the money that I need from Antonio Brown. And so he actually calls a publicist in LA and kind of gives a publicist the story like, hey, guess what? AB's got a fake vaccination card. And so the publicist reaches out to the Bucs. their team doctor, I think it was, and starts telling him the story.
Really?
And the doctor's like, you know what? We're not having any of this. A few weeks later go by, and Antonio Brown's lawyer calls and is like, how much?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So all that adds up.
Wow.
And that leads me to believe that the Bucs have been trying to cover everything up. In October of 2020, Antonio Brown destroys a security guard shack with his bicycle. This is what, right
October
when he's getting ready.
2020. That's
right when he's getting ready to go to the Bucs, right around the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And the president of the HOA of his little community decides not to press charges because, quote, she was afraid that he might retaliate against her employees. That is not the sign of a mentally stable person.
Yeah.
So I do believe that the Bucs were trying to prevent Antonio Brown from getting this incentive. I think this was their way of punishing him some more for all the bullshit that they put up with. That's my opinion. I do kind of believe this whole ankle injury, but look, what player that is down in a must-win game all of a sudden has a sore ankle?
Yeah.
I mean, look at the way he was playing in week 16.
Yeah.
100 yards.
Well, he was playing fine, and I guess even during warm-ups, I guess they said that he looked fine.
Yeah, and when he jogged off the field, throwing up that shit to the fans,
he looked fine
to me.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily believe that Bruce Arians was trying to get Antonio Brown onto the field. I don't really believe that his sore ankle is the reason why he didn't go back in. I do believe that there's a lot of bullshit that the Bucs are covering up, that Bruce Arians is covering up, just because, you know what, that sounds a lot better than, you're right. We did not want Antonio Brown to get those yards. Yeah. We don't want to give him an extra $1 million for all the bullshit that we've put up with. So that's just my opinion. I think he's a head case. He's got some shit going on with him.
I can see where you're coming from, where that the Bucs were kind of fed up with him and like trying to get him out the door or whatever, so that he doesn't get the incentives. I look at it a bit more. Let's for a minute, let's put football aside. As like you said, the guy is fucked up. Like I think he's like mentally ill.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about mentally ill. Maybe CTE, dude. Maybe like the way he's acting, like super irrational.
But
he's not using his frontal lobe like most adults would. Like he doesn't seem like an adult to me. Like he acts, he kind of, the way he acts out, it's almost like he's throwing a tantrum like a child would, right?
He went under psych evaluation in 2019. I don't know if you remember that.
No. Oh yeah, I think so.
That's when he was caught getting a little handsy with his trainer. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah.
So the NFL decided to send him through some psych evaluations, and apparently they cleared him because he's still playing.
Make sure that.
That's
No. Yeah. I mean, to me, it looks like someone like not a rational human being would do, like the stuff that he's done. And I guess even going back to yesterday, I guess he tried to Uber out of the stadium.
Oh, he did Uber.
I guess wasn't it? I guess a cop helped him out, right? Or
I'm not too sure, but I just remember his Uber driver posted a TikTok.
No way.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
It wasn't much. I'm sure you can find that shit on YouTube.
Let's see.
But yeah, it was just him just throwing it up there, Antonio Brown or some shit, my boy. And that video. Well, that's not the full video.
That's not going to be the full video. Yeah, that's other people's reaction. Maybe it's this one. We'll see. Let me take a look at it. I mean, it could also be like some random guy, like some random Uber that he used to have before. Maybe they just posted up. Not necessarily saying that this was on Sunday.
Oh no, it's definitely from Sunday. I mean, he's wearing the same outfit.
Oh, he's wearing his. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that is definitely right after.
You think that's from Sunday?
Oh, look at the same outfit right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the picture of him like waiting out by the side, out by the gate, right? Antonio Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
He tried to Uber out.
There's some shit going on with him.
Oh man.
You know, and
insane.
I hope he figures it out, but I can't I can't see anyone else signing Antonio Brown.
Right? Yeah. What if he signs in Green Bay? What if Rodgers is just like, hey, dude, come over here. We'll treat you right.
I mean, can he play? Can he play somewhere right now? Like next week, could he suit up for someone?
I don't think about. I gotta look it up. I gotta see what that situation is. But I'm just saying, like, what if? What if that's a possibility?
Assuming that he was sane and just running routes,
and then just puts everything aside.
Scary as fuck. I mean, you have Devontae Adams on one side of the field, you have Antonio Brown on the other side of the field.
Yeah, that'll be scary.
That'd be scary.
To actually make the run, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll go into Green Bay.
It didn't cross my mind. I initially thought Michael Gallup torn ACL. Jerry Jones would do something stupid like sign Antonio Brown
to the Cowboys.
But honestly, I hope not. Cowboys don't need any more drama than what we got already. We can't even fucking win a game over a team over 500. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Anything else on Antonio Brown, or are you about ready to wrap that part of it up?
No, I think that was it. He was just 8 receptions and 55 yards short of an extra $1 million, which is 33% of his contract.
That's right. I mean, and then he could have easily gotten that with the rest of the game there, and then combined with next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't believe the ankle. I mean, last week, 10 receptions, 100 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 50 yards, I think, already this week.
Yeah.
Before he stormed off.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I really don't believe we tried getting him back in, but he had a little boo-boo. I don't believe that one bit.
I mean, I believe it. I take the story of the Bucs definitely because of, I mean, it's AB, you know, the guy's a nutcase. Yeah, he's a wild card. I feel like he can pop at any moment, and I feel like this was a long time coming. You know what I mean? Like, because he had situations last year where he popped off, or the year before, and then we were almost it's almost like everybody was just kind of waiting, right? Because he was out with injury earlier this year. He was out with the COVID stuff. And then we were kind of just waiting to see, like, okay, is he going to be back in the headlines again? And then all of a sudden, just boom, just out of nowhere. Yeah. You know? I don't know. Maybe he just he really craves attention.
Oh, that's for sure.
Maybe.
That's for sure.
Maybe, and he's just looking for different ways just to get that clout, you know?
So he's the Jake Paul of the NFL. That's
the Jake Paul of the NFL, dude. Just any fucking clout. Get him in the ring with Jake Paul.
Okay,
right now.
I know you don't follow anything golf, but Brooks Koepka. I don't know if that name sounds familiar to you at all. But he's a professional golfer, and he kind of is involved in some drama in the golf world.
Yeah.
But he went on Twitter right away and was like, "I guarantee you, Antonio Brown is in the ring with one of the Paul brothers before the end of this year." And I was like, you know what? That's the guy we need.
When did he tweet that? This weekend?
Immediately, like after the game.
When that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. He was like Antonio Brown
like,
in the ring.
If he would have tweeted that early on this year, I'd have been like, oh, fuck, dude. Notre Dame. But, dude, if we were to get that, dude, sign me up. I'll fucking pay Showtime whatever they fucking want.
Yeah, I want to see someone as psychotic $60, as Antonio Brown fight someone fake as Jake Paul.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All of a sudden, I'd be a huge Antonio Brown fan.
Let's not go that far. Okay, let's wrap that up. Antonio Brown.